Hi there, this is Shane O'Brien McDonald from Japan in 100 Dishes. This is a bonus episode about curry rice, which is a major Japanese food. Everybody eats it there. You might want to look at episode number 11 because that's really an introduction to this kind of thing. Again, the usual caveats. I've been educated in English, not Japanese. I'm not a native speaker. Also, again, I'm not Japanese. There's thousands of hours of TV shows, videos, everything else on YouTube and on Japanese television about food, and it is fantastic. Even watching the news, there's always a segment on food in Japan. So definitely check that out if you have any Japanese language skills, because it's going to be far better than anything I can offer you. And every day they literally have stories on this. But if English is your main language, you're going to find this interesting. So curry is a huge thing in Japan. And as you may have seen in the other video, the traditional Japanese curry is a mixture. It's like a hybrid product of French roux sauce, like that you'd make gravy with, and English curry, which was again imported from India. And today I want to look at the most popular curry chain in Japan called Koko Ichiban. And Koko Ichiban is instantly recognizable. It has a yellow sign. It has foreign restaurants in Los Angeles and I think in Taiwan as well, but I can't vouch for those. I've never been. But yeah, it's definitely the one you'll find in every Japanese city by this station. It's very common. Not to be outdone, everywhere in Japan, every place has something on its menu with curry and rice. Why? Because it's cheap and it's easy. Kids take this with them in their lunch. It's like there's literally, if you go to Tokyo Station, in the basement, in the gift shop, there's a bullet train curry. It's actually quite cute. It's like a little bullet train plastic set and like a curry mixture, so your mom can make it for little Takeshi or whoever it is, or Miho. And but this is the one that you're going to find in every major city at Koko Ichiban, and it's going to be definitely a restaurant that the salaryman goes after hours. But this is basically a good starting point, and then you can just go on from there. Curry rice in Japan can go anywhere from like $1.99 and like at a 100 yen grocery store to $85 or $100 with a view at Akasaka Mitsuke. So this is really on the more affordable end. This is the competitor with something like McDonald's or your local soba shop, basically. Now the menu itself is divided into 3 different kinds of curry. Now there is seasonal wings. Again, this is late 2020. They just opened a location in India, which was a big thing in the news. People thought that was funny. A Japanese curry rice chain opening in India, the home of curry. Keep in mind, Japanese tastes tend to be very much along the same lines as American and Canadians. They don't like spicy foods at all. And the curry definitely, we'll get to it later, but generally speaking, you're looking at a very mild curry. Nothing here is going to make you run to drink water. Chicken katsu is what it is called. It is a breaded meat product. Now that is what this is here in the middle. That is basically what I enjoy ordering most of the time, because I like chicken. I'm not a huge pork fan. You can also get it with something lightly crisped as well, so it's just a little bit less breaded. And there's other options as well. Here at the top, if you look over here, this is where you'll see the different kind of sauces. So they've got pork, a milder pork curry, and beef curry. Again, it's a very easy restaurant if you don't speak Japanese, because everything is in English as well, so there's no worry there. Hashed beef, again, this is just like cheaper meats it's going to be very basic, but it's still pretty good. The chicken stew is, again, small pieces of chicken and curry, and also this would be like, it's called karaage, but really what it is, it's the equivalent, if you remember back, the old-fashioned North American Chinese restaurants used to have sweet and sour chicken balls. Well, that's what this is, except they don't use sweet and sour sauce, obviously. Then you've got a pork cutlet. This is what most people in Japan think of, but also chicken. Minced meat cutlet. I've never tried this. It's called menchi katsu. And what it is, it's almost like a Dutch croquette, but it's a little bit bland. So it might be something you like. It definitely is high in carbohydrates. So it's like, if you look at this, it's like carbohydrates, like minced meat, and it's not going to be thick minced meat. It's going to be mixed with, other kinds of carbohydrates. I think it's like something based on rice or bread or something like that. And then it's on rice. So it's, and then remember, curry itself, it does mean flour, right? They also have hamburger and another kind of sliced pork. There's also a beef cutlet, which I've never tried, but it might be good. Sausage curry. Oh, sausage curry is huge in Japan. Everybody, you always see people eating this. It's affordable and it's just a big thing, you know. There's a tonkatsu here. I guess it has a little bit better, more breading. And pork liver. Yes, pork liver for the stamina set. In all of these different things, they also have like a combo one. This one has the chicken katsu, chicken karage, the chicken balls, and stewed chicken. 3 kinds of chicken. You're getting a lot of meat for this. And you'll see it's almost $13, whereas the norm is probably around 8 or 9 for this. And don't kid yourself, this is a full meal. These are not tiny plates. So anytime you had that misconception of Asian food, Japanese food being not very filling, you're gonna get filled up. This is a lot of calories, just so you know. They also have seafoods. So basically fried fish, breaded fish, fish and chips fish, clams, shrimp and clams. You've got some squid rings, just shrimp on their own, a mixture, a shrimp cutlet. Again, this is like the menchi katsu, the minced meat katsu. It's not really minced. It's more like some breaded paste sort of concoction with shrimp in it. So be aware of that. And you can also get the one with 3 of them together. Now, what if you're vegetarian? Well, fear not. If you're vegetarian in Japan, it's really a tough place. However, Koko Ichiban is the one place you can go and not have to worry because they offer a vegetarian curry sauce. Some of it's pork, some of it's beef, but they have vegetarian curry sauce, and they also have vegetarian options. There's only 3, basically pickled eggplant. Well, I think it's regular eggplant, but it's Japanese eggplant. It's very flavorful. The vegetable curry is gonna be one where it's basically, you know, stuff you'd find in stew. Turnips, potatoes, carrot. I think this one has green beans. And there's also a spinach curry, which is quite good. And even they're all served with rice. But more importantly, you can get things added on. And this is where you can customize the curry. So here they have options for pork curry sauce, the sweet, lightly less spicy pork sauce, beef, the vegetable one, and this is the shredded meat one as well. You can also change the amount of rice. So if you're getting like 300 grams is what it normally comes with. If you have a smaller stomach, you know, 200 grams. If you want more, you can add, well, the sky's the limit. I mean, you could, hey, if you're getting a kilogram of rice for your lunch, God bless you, you know, seriously, you can do that though. Also, you can adjust the hotness of it. Now, the futsu, that's regular in Japanese, is what they all are. You can get it a little bit lighter, but even futsu is fine. And then you can go up the chili ladder here. I have never met anybody who's had any of these, but they do exist. I think they're mostly for contests. Again, look at this. This is a news story if someone has 10 chilies, basically. Interestingly enough, you can also add sweetness. And this is something new. I didn't know about this until I just looked at the website a couple minutes ago. You can actually add more sweetness to the curry for an extra 50, 60 cents, up to 5 teaspoons of it. Again, it says here, it's made of honey and fruits in a rich, all-around sauce, basically, for sweetness. Now, down here, this is where the toppings come in. And again, the first section is just what we already talked about. It's breaded chicken or sausages or hamburger or breaded pork. Down here is the seafood part, like we said was in the front menu. And as well, so you can get oysters, or you can get the squid, or you can get fried fish. You can also get tuna salad, which is interesting. That's something that's interesting. Down the bottom here, tuna salad is an option. Also oyster fry, kaki fry. Okra, which is the green vegetable with the hexagonal insides. And corn. You can add corn to your curry. So some people might be into that. That's actually quite filling. And you can add the vegetables individually. So if you want to get like a chicken katsu curry, you can add eggplant or add like spinach to it. And on the menu you get in the actual Koko Ichiban restaurant, there's all pictures, so you can just point to it for the guy who takes your order. Again, unlike a lot of restaurants, though, as I recall, Koko Ichiban, you do have to face a real person. You might not be aware of this, but in Japan, a lot of fast food, like Japanese style restaurants, not McDonald's, but like the place you buy soba or gyudon or any of that stuff, they usually have a ticket machine, and you just hand the ticket to the guy or the girl at the counter. Koko Ichiban, you probably will be ordering you know, face to face. So don't be intimidated. It's a fun experience, and they'll be helpful too. And you can point to the menu. And there's other toppings too. This is, again, I haven't seen this before, but it's like red onion pickles. There's also, you can get garlic. You can get mild garlic added to your, for that, you know, the extra stamina in the cold and flu season. Right here is like a soft boiled egg with tartar sauce. That's $1.25. And here's some tofu. So basically it's like a tofu meat menchikatsu for $1.60 or so. So that's basically a tofu. I don't know what that is. I'll be honest with you, I've never had it. I imagine it's a lot like the other sort of croquette-based stuff, but with tofu. You can get mushrooms. You can get a cream croquette. It's probably a little bit bland, but it does have a crab in it. Cheese. Oh, cheese is wonderful. Go crazy. The cheese is wonderful on curry. Scrambled eggs is also an option for $1.60. Natto. Natto is like the Japanese fermented beans. They're very sticky. Again, it's very popular. You can get potato just by itself, so add a potato to your curry to give it more body. Hard-boiled eggs, soft-boiled eggs. Again, with that, this is with $1.25 with tartar sauce, but 73 cents without. And then this is another kind of garlic, which is different. I guess this one is more of could be pickled. I'm not sure. This one is definitely cheaper though. It's a third the price. And you can just get tartar sauce. So I guess this is probably the fine minced garlic potentially. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, Coco Ichiban is everywhere. There are other things on the menu. It says here there is some like beverages and dessert and French fries and salads, but you're not going there for these things. They do provide a pitcher of water, or there's a water dispenser. So you're not going to go there for coffee or for drinks. It's just you go in and you eat your curry, you leave, or you get takeout. It's also pretty good as well. So I hope this helps you. Again, if you're vegetarian in Japan, this is a big help because you always know you can always go to a restaurant. There's like just get the vegetable sauce, curry sauce, and some vegetables put on it, and you don't have to worry about meat. So very useful if you're a vegetarian in Tokyo, where it is very difficult to be vegetarian. They put meat on the salads. So until next time, sayonara.